I picked the most difficult question from each of the courses. And by most difficult, I mean the question that people miss the most. I may not have hit it exactly right, but one from each course. So let's go ahead.
This is Ham Radio. K480H, this is 4VFR. I hear you loud and clear. You know what?
I pulled out in our database, we have every question on all three exams. And as people take practice tests, we score them and understand how many people got that right when they tried to answer the question and how many didn't. So we have a good feeling for what are the places where people have trouble with exam questions. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and go into the 2022 to 2026 technician exam pool. And the question that I chose here is T1E10. So this is in the first group of questions and E number 10. So I think this one falls, if you're taking the technician course, it's somewhere in lesson 2, 3, or 4. I didn't call out exactly which lesson this one's in, but one of those very early lessons. And the question is, which of the following is an example of remote control as defined by Part 97? And this slide, this second right side of the slide was not supposed to reveal, so we could actually spend a minute on the question. So there's 4 options here, right? Just like there are with every question. So is it repeater operation? Is it operating the station over the internet? Is it controlling a model aircraft? Or is it all of the above? So Part 97 definitions of remote control. So the answer here is B, operating the station over the internet. And why is it B and not all of the above? Because all of the above can typically be related to operating a station remotely, right? A repeater manager could go in and manage the repeater controller remotely. Certainly controlling a model aircraft or a boat or a car by amateur radio, you're doing that from someplace else, right? You're by definition not right directly touching the thing you're controlling. So why is it B? Well, this is the way that FCC has defined these things in the rules. This is very much a rules definition question. So repeater operations are not considered remote control, they're considered automatic control. And that is, you'll see that one in question T1E8, that's in there. So they call this, in their definition of terms, automatic control. Boats and planes are just controlled. So not remote controlled, just controlled. And that's on the exam in T1D11 is that question. So if those two are ruled out, it can't be all of the above. So that one's easy to rule out. And on a lot of these, you can think about them and it's like, you can knock 2 off right away. So if you know it's not all of the above, you've already knocked 1 away. We know that repeater operation is called something different. So you may come down to just B or C, but B is operating the station over the internet. That's what they're talking about. Let's go ahead and flip to the next slide here, because what I did was I pulled up a group of questions. I pulled up the definition. I went to the FCC regulations and I pulled up the question, the 2 definitions here. They have a section in Part 97, and that's the FCC part that governs the FCC, that governs amateur radio. And in Part 97.3, they provide definitions of various items, and they call automatic control procedures of controlling a station when it's transmitting, so it's in compliance with rules without the control operator being present at a control point. So that is having a repeater controller and automatically controlling the repeater, which does things like it will turn off the radio if it gets if it's transmitting for more than 3 minutes is one of the things the automatic control of the repeater does. And there's a lot of different things it can do, but that's a really common example that you might see. So then it has a definition for remote control. Now, remote control is called the use of a control operator, so that would be the ham, who indirectly manipulates the operating adjustments in the station through a control rink to achieve compliance with the FCC rules. So I like to think of this like I have a flex radio, and there are other radios that do this. ICOM radios can do this as well, and some others. But generally, you would get software that goes with your radio, and in that software, you could potentially control it from another place. So a flex radio, I think, is an easy example because a lot of times they're just boxes that are truly computer controlled. And I can choose to control it from right next to my radio, or I can choose to control it from inside my house because I have a separate building where my radios are. So if I'm doing it between my house and my studio, I am remote controlling my radio because I'm not sitting there where the control point is. And that's how the FCC talks about that.
We've helped over 60,000 students get their US FCC amateur radio license, and we can help you too, no matter your age or educational background. Go to www.hamradioprep.com and try a free lesson today.